Hey folks, it's David Bourne from NewWildMedia.com. Do you ever get overwhelmed with how much there is to do and how much there is to know? If so, there's a simple rule you need to know that can really help you out to make you feel better about getting it done and knowing that you've gotten it out the door. What's that rule? It's the 80-20 rule. Maybe you've heard of it. The first time I've heard of it was when someone said, you know, it's 20% of the people doing 80% of the work. And usually it's the people who think they're in the 20% saying that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much right. And that rule also applies to this idea of there's so much to know. There's so much to do when you're running your own business, when you're promoting your business online. There's email, there's websites, there's learning how to promote using video, audio, blog posts, storytelling techniques, copywriting techniques. There's all this stuff that feel overwhelming. Well, this simple 80-20 rule can really help. So the secret is to ask yourself, what's the 20? What's the 20 that I need to know to get this thing done so that it's good enough and get it out the door, which usually means it's great. If you're concerned about it and you really want it to be good, it's gonna be good, especially if you can find that 20. So you're not feeling overwhelmed, you're not crushing your creativity by feeling the anxiety of, oh my God, I can't learn all this stuff. So what's the 20? That's a proponent of the 80-20 rule. Another person to check out is Sean D'Souza. Sean's got a new podcast where he talks about learning, he talks about the brain, he talks about buying. It's a great podcast. You can find it at psychotactics.com/podcast, and I'll show you that link in the show notes. So thanks to Sean for all he's teaching us and helping us with out there. So this is the end of the New Wild Media Quickcast on the 80-20 rule. Don't forget, ask what's the 20. We'll see you next time.
This broadcast is brought to you by the Big Cheese Guide to Never Getting Lost on the Web, a free e-course which is part of the New Wild Media free resource library. Join today and start making better stories that reach more people and make a bigger difference to the world.